Tottenham Hotspur, a club with so much history, potential, and chaos? Yeah, if you've been following Spurs recently, you probably noticed that things are anything but normal at the North London club. From managerial changes to puzzling performances on the pitch, it's hard to know exactly what's going on. Is this just another rough patch, or is something deeper happening? Today, we're diving into the madness surrounding Tottenham Hotspur to figure out what on earth is going on at the club and where they're headed next. Tottenham Hotspur, what a club, right? You've got a team that's the 8th most lucrative football club on the planet. With all that glitz and glamour off the pitch, you'd think they'd be raking in silverware too. But here's the twist. For over 60 years, Spurs haven't won a league title. It's like owning the fanciest car in town that just won't start when you need to drive. Remember the days under Mauricio Pochettino? Well, that era brought a spark of hope. In the 2016-17 season, Spurs finished a commendable second, the best league finish since the 62-63 season. They even managed to stay unbeaten at home in the league, showing off some serious form on their own turf. But even when everything looked, shiny and perfect, Chelsea kept sneaking ahead like that friend who always seems to get there just a hair before you do. Despite the near miss, it was still a season to remember. Fast forward to now, and the picture looks almost unrecognizable. Off the pitch, Spurs are doing well financially, but things have taken a dramatic turn on the pitch. At the moment, Tottenham finds itself below the mid-position in the Premier League table. That's just 2 spots above the relegation zone. Yeah, you heard that right. A club with the financial firepower of a top-tier powerhouse is now flirting with the danger of relegation. It's like having a mansion but forgetting the keys to the front door. In today's football world, success is almost entirely measured by how much money you can splash around, and that usually translates to silverware. Yet Tottenham seems to be caught in a strange paradox, raking in revenue, investing in state-of-the-art facilities, and signing high-profile players, but on match days, it's a completely different story. Since 2010, clubs like Leicester City, Swansea City, and even Birmingham City have managed to win more trophies than Spurs. So what on earth is going on at Tottenham Hotspur? Believe me, it's a head-scratcher for fans and critics alike. When it comes to leadership, Tottenham's story is as twisty as a roller coaster ride. Chairman Daniel Levy has been steering the ship since 2001, turning Spurs into a financial juggernaut worthy of 2.5 to 3 billion euros. I mean, that's a lot of money. The club even has a world-class stadium, but when it comes to on-field strategy, things have been, a bit all over the place. Levy's choice of managers has been like flipping a coin. One minute you have an attacking genius like Harry Redknapp or Mauricio Pochettino lighting up the pitch with flair. The next you're dealing with pragmatic figures like Jose Mourinho or Antonio Conte, who prefer a more buttoned up approach. This wild swing in tactics and style has made it hard for Spurs to build a lasting winning formula. Compare this to clubs like Manchester City and Liverpool, who stick with a steady long-term plan, and you can see why consistency has been missing at Tottenham. For Spurs to find their footing again, Levy might need to do what many clubs do: focus on the money game while handing over football decisions to a dedicated sporting director with a clear long-term vision. It's like having a chef, who's brilliant at running the kitchen, but needs someone else to decide the menu. Despite all these ups and downs, there's a glimmer of hope. Some believe that manager Ange Postecoglou could be the right person to flip the script. Tottenham have shown flashes of brilliance. They've outscored Arsenal, putting in a convincing win at Manchester City, and stayed competitive in both the Carabao Cup and the Europa League. But when it comes to the Premier League, their form has been a real worry thanks to a nasty injury crisis and tactics that sometimes feel stuck in a rut. Tottenham has been hit hard by the absence of several key players: Mickey van de Ven, Christian Romero, Guglielmo Vicario, Destiny Udogie, and Pape Matarsar. When your star ingredients are missing, you end up with a makeshift recipe that doesn't work as well. The team is feeling the pinch, and the pressure on those who are available is immense. Clearly, having a deeper squad would help ease these disruptions and give Spurs the flexibility they need when players are out. Tactically, manager Postecoglou's commitment to an aggressive high line and attacking style is definitely something to cheer about. It's exciting, fast, and can catch opponents off guard. However, this same approach has left Spurs exposed at the back. Remember that tough defeat to Chelsea? Well, even though Spurs were down to just 9 men, they kept pushing forward, showing that sticking rigidly to one plan can be risky. Even Pep Guardiola, a master of his own tactical philosophy, is known for adapting his strategy mid-game when the situation demands it. Postecoglou might need to take a leaf out of Guardiola's book and be a bit more flexible rather than clinging to a system no matter what. Beyond tactics and injuries, the biggest challenge for Tottenham might just be its mentality. Winning a trophy would surely shift public opinion, but real change needs to come from within, a cultural transformation. Under Pochettino, Spurs rediscovered a winning spirit and belief in themselves, a resilience that helped them overcome adversity. If they're to turn things around, it's time to tag back into that inner strength and rediscover the mental toughness that once made them a force to be reckoned with. Recruitment needs to be smart and not just about big names or flashy skills. Tottenham should focus on bringing in players with strong leadership qualities and, winning mindset. It's like building a house. You need a solid foundation before you can add the fancy decorations. For Spurs to move forward, some major changes are in order. First off, Daniel Levy has been the boss for a long time, but maybe it's time for him to take a back seat when it comes to at least the footballing decisions. Imagine a chef who's excellent at buying the best ingredients, but keeps insisting on making every single dish himself, even when he's tired. Sometimes you just need to let someone else take over the cooking, you know what I mean? In Tottenham's case, that means giving the reins to a dedicated sporting director who can craft and implement a clear, long strategy. Then there's Ange Postecoglou. He should definitely stick around. After all, you don't throw away a good thing, right? But he might need to loosen up a bit on his tactics. A bit more flexibility on the field could be just what the doctor ordered. Postecoglou's attacking spirit is exciting, but if he can mix in some adaptability, Spurs could become much harder to beat. We also have to talk about the squad depth. Injuries have been a real pain lately, leaving the team scrambling like a chef without all the ingredients. Yeah, I know a lot of kitchen references, but I must be hungry. Building a deeper squad means the team can better handle all these crises without losing its shape or spirit. The path to success is clear. Now it's just a question of whether Tottenham is ready to take that long-term view and commit to building something lasting rather than just chasing short-term fixes. Do you think Spurs can finally flip the script and become a true force on the pitch? If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more lively insights and spirited debates, hit that subscribe button and join our community.